Have you ever wondered how chameleons pull off their incredible color-changing trick? Well, get ready, because the truth is even more fascinating than you might think. These remarkable reptiles aren't just nature's master illusionists. They're wearing what you might call a high-tech living mood ring on their skin. You know that common belief that chameleons change color just to match their surroundings? That's actually only part of the story. These amazing creatures have developed their color-changing abilities for several brilliant reasons. Think of it as their Swiss Army knife of survival skills. First, let's talk about temperature control. Imagine being able to change your outfit instantly when you're too hot or cold. When they're feeling chilly, they might switch to darker colors to absorb more heat from the sun. Too warm, they can shift to lighter shades to reflect that heat away. It's like having a built-in thermostat. But here's where it gets really interesting. Chameleons are also expressing their emotions through these color changes. They're basically wearing their hearts on their scales. When they're feeling stressed, angry, or ready to find a mate, their skin puts on a whole different light show. It's nature's version of emoji expressions, but way cooler. And yes, while they can use their color-changing abilities for camouflage, it's more like a bonus feature than their main party trick. Talk about evolutionary jackpot. The next time you see a chameleon changing colors, remember, you're not just watching an animal trying to hide. You're witnessing a sophisticated living creature using its skin as a multi-tool for survival. It's like they're wearing the world's most advanced smart clothing, courtesy of Mother Nature herself. Ever wondered about nature's most incredible fashion transformation? Let me tell you about the Arctic fox, a master of seasonal style that puts even the most talented fashion designers to shame. Picture this. You're walking across the vast Arctic tundra in winter. The landscape is a pristine blanket of white snow stretching as far as the eye can see. But wait, did that snowdrift just move? That's no snowdrift. It's an Arctic fox in its winter coat, a perfectly camouflaged predator dressed in pure white from nose to tail. But here's where it gets fascinating. As winter fades and spring emerges, something remarkable happens. Like a slow-motion costume change, the fox's brilliant white coat begins to transform. Day by day, week by week, the white fur gradually shifts to a beautiful earthen brown. By summer, our fashion-forward fox sports a completely different look. A rich brown coat that blends perfectly with the rocks and vegetation of the summer tundra. This isn't just about looking good, though I must say these foxes are absolutely stunning in both their winter and summer attire. This seasonal wardrobe change is actually a matter of life and death. In the harsh Arctic environment, being seen means being vulnerable, whether you're hunting for food or avoiding becoming someone else's dinner. The science behind this transformation is equally fascinating. The change is triggered by daylight hours and hormonal changes, not temperature as many might think. The fox's body begins preparing for the season ahead before it actually arrives, ensuring they're always dressed appropriately for the weather. What's even more impressive is the completeness of this transformation. We're not just talking about a slight color change. Even their face, paws, and tail participate in this twice-yearly makeover. It's like having two completely different coats for two completely different worlds. And here's a little secret most people don't know. The winter white coat isn't just white for camouflage, it's also thicker and more insulating than the summer coat. These foxes are literally changing their entire wardrobe, from lightweight summer wear to heavy winter gear, all without a single shopping trip. So next time you're struggling to decide what to wear for the changing seasons, remember the Arctic fox, nature's ultimate quick change artist, who has perfected the art of seasonal fashion over thousands of years of evolution. Now that's what I call a natural fashion icon.
Enjoying the video, correct? Make sure to hit that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell. Please leave your feedback, hit like, share the content.
Imagine cruising on a boat in the open ocean when suddenly, something incredible catches your eye. A flash of silver bursts from the waves, and there it is, a flying fish, soaring through the air like a living aircraft. These remarkable creatures are truly nature's tiny fighter jets, and their aerial abilities are nothing short of spectacular. But why do they take to the skies? Well, it's all about survival in the vast blue wilderness. Picture this. You're a small fish in the big ocean, and a hungry tuna or mackerel spots you as their next meal. What do? For flying fish, the answer is simple. They literally leap out of the dangerous waters and into the safety of the air. But this isn't just a simple jump. These extraordinary athletes can glide for distances up to 200 meters. That's longer than 2 football fields. Using their enlarged pectoral fins like wings, they can reach speeds of up to 37 miles per hour above the water's surface. It's as if nature designed its own perfect escape artist. The science behind their flight is fascinating. Before taking off, they build up underwater speed, reaching about 37 miles per hour. Then, with a powerful thrust of their tail fin, they break through the surface. Their wing-like pectoral fins spread out, catching the air, while their streamlined bodies reduce drag. What's even more amazing is that they can actually change direction during their glide by dipping their tail fin into the water. Some species even have enlarged pelvic fins that act as stabilizers, much like the tail of an airplane. At night, these silvery gliders sometimes mistake ship's lights for moonlight reflected on the water. This can lead to them accidentally landing on boat decks, giving sailors an unexpected surprise and earning them the nickname marine swallows. The next time you're near the ocean, keep your eyes on the horizon. You might just witness one of nature's most spectacular shows, the graceful flight of these remarkable fish, proving that sometimes the best way to survive in the sea is to leave it, even if just for a moment. These incredible creatures remind us that nature's solutions to survival can be both beautiful and unexpected. In the vast theater of the ocean, flying fish perform their aerial ballet, turning escape into an art form that continues to captivate anyone lucky enough to witness it. Picture this. You're stranded in the scorching desert, the sun beating down mercilessly, and your water supply is running dangerously low. But there's one animal that thrives in these harsh conditions, the mighty camel. Now, you might think you know their secret. Those iconic humps must be filled with water, right? Well, get ready for a surprise, because that's actually a myth that's been circulating for centuries. Here's the fascinating truth. Those majestic humps aren't water tanks at all. They're actually packed with fat. Up to 80 pounds of it, in fact. But don't be fooled, this isn't just any ordinary fat storage. These humps are like nature's ultimate survival backpack, designed specifically for desert life. But if they're not storing water in their humps, how do these desert champions manage to go weeks without taking a single sip? Well, camels are basically walking masterpieces of evolution, equipped with some incredibly clever biological systems. First, let's talk about their blood. Unlike most mammals, camel blood cells are oval-shaped, which allows them to keep flowing even when water is scarce. They can lose up to 40% of their body weight in water without any serious problems. That's more than twice what would be fatal for most other mammals. Their bodies are also incredibly efficient at conserving water. Their kidneys and liver work overtime to minimize water loss, and they even have special nostrils that recapture water vapor from their own breath. Talk about resourceful. And get this, when they do find water, they can drink up to 30 gallons in just 13 minutes. That's like chugging 115 water bottles in one go. Their bodies can handle this massive intake because their blood cells expand to store all that precious water without bursting. Even their temperature regulation is next level. During the day, their body temperature can safely fluctuate by up to 6 degrees, reducing the need to sweat and conserve water. At night, their temperature drops, allowing them to start each day with minimal water needs. So next time you see a camel, remember, they're not just desert survivors, they're evolutionary masterpieces. Those humps might not be water tanks, but they're part of an incredible system that makes camels the ultimate desert warriors. Now that's what I call adapting to your environment. And here's a mind-blowing thought to leave you with. If humans had these same adaptations, we could theoretically survive in the desert for weeks with just a backpack of snacks. But for now, I think I'll stick to my water bottle. Thank you very much.
Enjoying the video, correct? Make sure to hit that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell. Please leave your feedback, hit like, share the content.
Meet the master of disguise in the ocean depths, the mimic octopus. You might think you're looking at a lionfish, then suddenly realize it's actually an octopus playing dress-up. Pretty wild, right? This incredible creature isn't just your average shapeshifter. It's like the ultimate method actor of the sea, capable of impersonating at least 15 different marine species. Imagine being so good at costumes that you could fool your predators into thinking you're someone else entirely. When threatened, this 8-armed genius can transform into some of the most dangerous creatures in the ocean. Need to scare off a potential predator? No problem. It'll stretch its arms out and move them in a specific way to look exactly like a venomous lionfish. Or maybe it'll flatten itself and glide across the seafloor, mimicking the movement of a toxic flatfish. But here's where it gets even more impressive. The mimic octopus doesn't just copy appearances. It studies and perfectly replicates the behaviors of the animals it's imitating. When it pretends to be a sea snake, it doesn't just change its color. It actually buries 6 of its arms in the sand and waves the other 2 in opposite directions, creating a perfect illusion of a pair of venomous sea snakes. What's truly fascinating is that this octopus seems to know exactly which predator to impersonate based on who's threatening it. It's like having a whole wardrobe of costumes and knowing exactly which one will work best for each situation. Scientists believe this level of intelligence and adaptability is unmatched in the invertebrate world. And here's a mind-blowing fact. This incredible species was only discovered in 1998 off the coast of Indonesia. Who knows what other amazing creatures are still out there, waiting to show us their remarkable survival strategies. The mimic octopus reminds us that sometimes the best way to survive isn't about being the strongest or the fastest. It's about being the smartest and most adaptable. This 8-armed wonder truly deserves its title as the shapeshifter of the sea. Meet the tardigrade, nature's ultimate survivor. You might know them as water bears. These tiny 8-legged creatures are probably the toughest animals on Earth, and maybe even beyond. Picture this. You take a tardigrade, boil it, freeze it, crush it, starve it, or even shoot it into the vacuum of space. Guess what? It'll probably just shrug it off and keep on living. While we humans need perfect conditions just to survive, these microscopic superheroes laugh in the face of death. But here's where it gets really interesting. When things get tough, tardigrades have this amazing trick. They basically turn themselves into living mummies. They can reduce their body water content to less than 3%, shrivel up into a tiny ball, and enter a state called cryptobiosis. It's like they hit their own pause button on life. In this state, they can survive temperatures as low as minus 458 degrees Fahrenheit or as high as 300 degrees. They can handle pressure 6 times greater than the deepest ocean trenches, and they can go without food or water for up to 30 years. Yes, you heard that right, 30 years. Scientists even exposed them to the harsh radiation and vacuum of outer space. Most living things would be destroyed instantly, but our little water bears, they came back to Earth and carried on like nothing happened. They just rehydrated themselves and went about their business. What's even more mind-blowing is that we're still discovering new things about how they do this. They have unique proteins that protect their DNA from radiation damage, and they can repair their DNA much better than other animals. It's like they have their own internal repair shop. So next time you're having a tough day, remember the tardigrade, this microscopic marvel that reminds us just how incredible and resilient life can be. They're living proof that sometimes the smallest things can be the strongest.